Hey you guys, so today's video I'm going to talk about raising our new pit bull puppy. His name is Cameron. Say hi. Cameron and Cooper. Oh, I had to make this video while they weren't here because my house has been a big old ball of energy since he's been here. I already have a puppy. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here. Sir. You jump up here any other time. He jumps up here any other time I'm trying to do a video. There we go. Yeah, so I already have a dog. We already have a dog. His name is Titan. Say hi. Hi. Yeah, so Titan is 4. Titan actually has an attitude in this current moment because the puppy is trying to integrate into him. Okay, so this is the integration. We're getting somewhere.
You're taking a video?
Mm-hmm. And Titan is not, I wouldn't say he's having a hard time, but he is a true only child. This is how Titan is all the time. Up under me. He follows me everywhere. He goes to the bathroom with me. He does everything. He don't eat if I don't eat. He just don't do nothing. He just is very in sync with his mama. So I've had him since he was 6 weeks old. I got him when I first got out of college because when I was 21 and I was in college, I was in my last relationship. I had a pregnancy scare and it really shockingly attached me to motherhood because in my mind, I knew I was pregnant. I was like, I'm pregnant. If I'm pregnant, you know, I'd already decided that I was going to keep it because I felt like I was past that age where I could morally, you know, get rid of it and feel like I did the right thing. So I was just like, you know what, I'm 21, like I'm young, it's not what I want, but at the end of the day, like I gotta deal with it, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it's fair to that baby. I made all this up, whatever. I was scared to get tested, I was whatever. I finally took a test and I was not pregnant, and y'all, I cried. And it was the strangest feeling I had ever had because I had never felt immense relief and immense sadness at the same time that equal at once. And I was so confused because I felt like I was supposed to be super happy and I wasn't. I wanted to be a mom. I've wanted to be a mom for a while now. And so I was just like, okay, whatever. So I got through the rest of college. And then I got Titan when I got out of college. And so he's kind of just been my baby ever since. When I first got out of college, it took me a while to start working. Like, it took me a whole month to get hired in. All my friends were working. Everybody was making money. And I was just sitting at home, like, depressed and alone. And I had my puppy with me, though. So he got me through a lot of times. Me and Titan obviously are very close. He loves Kaleem. He loves Cooper. But now that we have a new puppy, he's just like, I don't want to share my mom. Because, you know, Cooper is like, I treat him like my son as well, but he's 6. So it's different. It's not like he cuddles with me, but like me, him, and Titan cuddle. But with this puppy, it's just like, why is my mother doing motherly things with you? But Titan is not vicious. He's a very sweet boy. As you can see, he's super sweet. He's super cuddly. So while he will growl at the dog, he has yet to really like do anything bad. He has like kind of snapped at him twice, but never to like actually hit him or actually bite him, more so to just get him like, okay, look, little Negro, I'm done. I'm fed up. So now that you know a little bit more about my fur baby that's currently here, say hi. Look at the camera. Can you just look really quickly? Just look. Ah, Titan. But now that you guys know a little bit more about our fur baby that we already have, I'm gonna tell you about our new addition to the family. So Cameron was a surprise to me because this is what happened. So basically, my fiance's, one of their really good like friends, basically they had pit bull puppies. And me and my fiance have talked about getting another dog. I love dogs. We both want like, 2 dogs, about 4, 5 kids, big house, big space, everybody to run around the backyard. We want to be the house that people come to. We want to be the house that people come to on the holidays. We want to be the house that all the cousins want to come spend the night. Like, I like stuff like that. I personally have a small family. Well, both of us have bigger families, but they're spread out. A lot of my family is still in Louisiana. That's where my mom's side comes from. And then my dad's side comes from Tennessee and Kentucky area. And a lot of them are still over there. So both of us don't have a whole lot of family in Michigan. And mine is even smaller than his. And we also are both kind of, everybody don't talk to all their family. We just gonna leave it like that. So extended family is very important to us. Our friends are very important to us. And also extending our own family is very important to us. However, we currently live in a 2-bedroom apartment, which is great for us, right? It's perfect right now. But we're just like, okay, when we want to get another dog, he had wanted a pit because he used to have a pit. And he ran his pit didn't run away, but his pit was basically lost, and he just didn't have closure with it or anything like that. So I knew that he wanted a pit. I have no issue with it. I've been around pits. I'm not one of those people who believes that pit bulls are just this aggressive breed of dog no matter what it is that you do. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that about any animal, being, anything. I personally believe like we are meant to guide them in the right direction, and I just feel like when stuff is off, it's because your energy is off or your guidance was off. Like, I don't believe that kids are just bad. I don't believe that dogs are just bad. I don't believe any of that. I think that it really has to do with the energy of the person that was meant to guide that person through their life, that being. Titan is a being too. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's my job to make sure that he is right so that he can be in the world and exist properly. When people come around Titan, like, even if they don't like dogs, like, he's straight because he's not a bad dog. He's not gonna bark. He's not gonna bite. Like, because I feel like it was my job to set him up in a way. You wanna get down now? Yeah. It was my job to set him up in a way so that he would have an easy life, so that people wouldn't be treating him in a way or whatever because he's some evil, vicious, mean dog. So I feel like that was my responsibility. And with a pit bull, that's so much more important because everybody thinks they know everything about this breed. Everybody thinks that they're just vicious and they're just aggressive, and pit bulls have a certain amount of whatever of bites a year, Pit bulls, what I'm learning. And I've done a lot of polls for people who have pit bulls. This is not just for me having a puppy. This is for people who have grown pit bulls, who have raised pit bulls. They are protective and they're loving. They're family dogs. For me, I believe we always are hearing like, oh, this pit bull attacked. I want to know why. Because, for example, I saw a video on the internet of a pit bull attacking another dog. But the backstory, again, that dog was being rewarded because somebody else's dog jumped a fence and was charging at the owner, like, aggressively, and the pit bull stopped it. That's what your dog's supposed to do. That is what your dog is supposed to protect you, okay? So for me, if somebody is coming at me and I'm in danger and my dog bites and locks their jaws, you're going to go home and you're going to get a steak for dinner because you did what you're supposed to do. A lot of times we always have these stories about, oh, this people did this. What was done? What was done to that dog? That's my question. Because so far, all Cam wants to do is cuddle, literally, all the time. I kid you not. We have had him for 6 days. This is what he's been doing for those 6 days. I kid you not. Sorry, I have ADHD. But the main reason, so let me go back into how we got the dog. Like I said, it was a surprise for me because we have talked about a dog and it's something that I was cool with, but we said we were going to wait until we got a yard just so they could have a little bit more space. However, like I said, they're a family friend. They'll have people with puppies. Obviously, we have Cooper. Cooper is 6. Cooper has been already saying like he wants his own dog. And even though he has Titan, I used to be like, what does he mean he wants his own dog? But I understand. Like, Titan follows me around everywhere. Titan wants to sleep with me. He wants to do whatever. Like, Titan is cool. When I'm not here, he be all with Cooper, with my fiance, with all that they play. They have their times. But at the end of the day, like, he is going to be up under me. And he's going to want to be up under me. Yesterday, I did a live, and he sat outside my door for the full 2 hours that I was on live doing my makeup with my best friend. It was just like, oh, my God, like, go play with the other kids and the dogs. And I feel like now, because there's another dog out here, it's just like, no, he has to have that adjustment to, have his little attitude and go. So we have been having that. Cooper, I believe, is I believe he's a very special boy. I believe that he is intuitive. I believe that he is an empath. And I believe that he has the same gifts of manifestation that I do. He's an Aquarius as well. He's only like 8 days before me. Well, 8 days in a bunch of years. But he has a very strong ability to manifest the things that he wants. He truly does. I will give him that, okay? And in the same way that I do, I feel like Cooper talks about something for a certain amount of time. Cooper get it. Listen, and I like it. I love it, okay? We just got to make sure we teach him to do it in the right ways. But he's been talking about this dog. I want a dog, I want this, I want that. Boom. Dog's having pit bull puppies. His grandpa buys him the dog. And my fiance ain't saying no to his daddy. He not. So when his daddy was like, oh, he about to buy the dog. And I'm not saying no. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. Now, the original plan was that the dog was going to come and go where Cooper goes. That was what I was told. That was what I agreed to. The dog gets here. My fiance like, oh, we're just going to keep him until he get big enough to go everywhere Cooper go. That's a little different. It's a little different to go from you're going to have a puppy sometimes here and there when he comes versus a puppy lives here now. So I'm not going to lie. The first few days we got him last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I've been a little hot. But at the end of the day, it's like I love the dog so much that it overcomes the hotness that I had. But for me, it's just like I'm tired. I feel like we have a new baby in the house. He is so... And this is another thing I'll tell you about the pit bulls too. So again, I have ADHD, so this is going to be all over the place. So, hey, I'm not on medication. Don't plan on taking any today. So we just coming in hot. We coming in fresh. Y'all getting whatever is off the dome, wherever it goes. I'm going to find my way back. I always find my way back. Okay, so like I said, I was hot. Not because I don't like dogs or anything like that. Just because it's just like, everything has changed. It's like having a new baby. He wants to cuddle. He has to, it's not like Titan's potty trained. You know what I'm saying? Titan has an accident. It's like, you in trouble, go engage, because you know better. You know better. And Titan, like, he had an accident last night. It was not an accident. I think it was on purpose. I think it was a very spiteful act. Regardless. But so, and typically, or it's like he's tried to let me know and I didn't take him or whatever. Like one time I was literally sitting here on live, and he was sitting by the door. I'm thinking he's just sitting next to me, but really he had to go. And he was trying not to bark because he could tell I was doing something, and then he peed on the floor. So like, okay, there's stuff like that. But other than that, we're pretty much like on a routine, on a schedule. Titan sleeps through the night. Like, it's just a whole, I have to just like every 5 minutes just be kind of watching, like, just where you at? Are you this? Are you here? Are you that? Are you under stuff? Like, just whatever. So that has been different. However, I just love the dog so much. Oh my God. It's just like that. It's the same thing as like when I had Titan. It's like that stuff is annoying, but it's just like at the same time, I don't know, the joy of having the dog for me overcomes it. And so me and my fiance did have to talk about it because I'm like, okay, this is cool. He's here now. Don't bring no dog in his house again like that. And I say nothing to nobody. What? But it's been fun. Like, it's been a fun adjustment. And so when we first got the dog, I put him on my Instagram and I had just asked, like, anybody have, tips. Obviously, my fiance's raised a pit bull before, so I'm not, like, worried or anything like that. But just curious. I like to interact and just curious what other people had to say. And the one thing that I got back from almost everybody is that they are cuddly and that they have separation anxiety. And baby, if nothing has proved itself to be true, if nothing has proved itself to be more true, it is the clinginess and it is the separation anxiety. But I'm a cuddly person, so I like it. I can't complain, as you can see. I've been cuddling right along with him. So, but that's pretty much what I've been doing. I feel like for me, I've been kind of like letting my fiance do a lot of the training, the raising and stuff like that. And I've just been doing the mommy stuff. I've been doing the cuddles, you're sleepy, you want to be petted. You've been in the cage for a long time because you didn't pee, like remind him like, okay, it's time for him to come out, that type of stuff. I don't like the disciplinary part. of raising a dog. I hate disciplining dogs. I hate disciplining anybody or anything, to be honest. I hate it. The kids can tell, my siblings can tell, I am a simp when it comes to children and dogs. You just gotta know yourself, and I know that I am a simp. So, and he knows that I'm a simp. Dogs and babies and kids get around me, and I feel like they can feel it. Like, just like how I can feel energy, I feel like kids are highly intuitive, and I just feel like they can feel like, it's this one don't have no spine. It's that one. Because I'm the one who everybody comes to and starts asking for stuff, asking to go places, asking to do things, because I have no spine. No spine at all. And so whenever he gets to like whining or whatever, he comes up to me. Okay, so like, it's not even just with like getting out of the cage or him being in trouble. It's anything. It's anytime he needs any type of comfort. I feel like he just knows like she's the simp, because like if he's outside, he wants to go back inside, he starts crying and will come and lay on my feet. My fiance was trying to get him to eat, and he didn't want to eat no more, came and crying onto my feet, because you know I'm gonna pick you up, I'm gonna put you in my lap, and I'm gonna hug you, because why are you crying, you adorable little Mr. Papas? So yes, everybody has a nickname in the house, has nicknames now. I am Miss Mamas, Clean is Mr. Mans, Cooper is Mr. Papas, Titan is Mr. Junior Papas, and the puppy is Mr. Mini Papas. So that is what we have going on in our home at this current moment. So yes, it's really been fun though so far, just having him, you know, raising him, just getting used to it. It's been fun. And I mean, if y'all thought I had baby fever when I was 21 in a horrible relationship in college with no money, how do you think my baby fever is now, happily engaged, with finances straight, in a nice home, with a man who also wants more kids, who I watch be a great dad every day? I want my eggs to be, what did New York say? I want my eggs to be cracked.
I'm not playing with you. I want my eggs cracked, meaning I want a child. I want my name dropped, meaning I want to be married. I'm not around with you.
That is how I feel. I would like to be with child. So in the meantime, while we try to get through this wedding and all these other things that we have coming up, first, it's really nice for me to have this energy around, because I'll be needing something to nurture. I be needing something to nurture and to love. I feel like I've been putting a lot of energy into doing that with myself, which is cool, you know, loving and healing and caring for my inner child. But I want an actual child to be doing that for. And you know what I'm saying, doing things with Cooper as well is so helpful. But it's like, he's 6, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he needs like guidance and things, but it's not like he needs me to really do things for him all the time, every day. I don't have to hold him, and you know, just the things that you do with a baby. So that's why, even though, like I said, it's different than what I was originally told was happening with the pit bull, I didn't have an issue, because it's just like, I kind of need this energy around right now. And I'm indifferent to a baby. Like, I'm like at a phase where it's not like I'm going out of my way to try, but I'm also not like, you know, scared or worried if I was to get pregnant or anything of that sort. But just with my spiritual guides, I feel like I have a little bit more solo work to do first. So it's just been really nice to have a puppy while he is like, he's so cuddly. He's so cuddly. He's so like, just wants to be up around you, wants to be touching. Like, if you're on the couch and you're laying down and you're like, he's at the foot of the couch, he's already asleep. Like, if he sees you sit down, he's going to inch his little way up to get close to you, so he's touching you in some type of manner. It's the cutest thing. I don't want to say it's a worry, but I guess my biggest thing is just, I'll be at 100% peace when him and Titan are just like, you know, they're just like besties. But I just had to think about Titan and Onyx. Onyx is my mom's dog that's at her house when I was there, and so we got Onyx when Titan was 2. Yeah, I guess Titan's 4 now. I want to say we got Onyx in 2020. It was 2019. We got Onyx in 2019, Martin Luther King Day weekend. And their introduction was a little different, though, I will say. because Onyx came from a shelter, and you know, with shelters they do not play about that stuff. So we had to bring Titan in to meet her like twice. You know, I had to go in and meet her. Like everybody that was gonna be in the house had to come in and they had to observe how they handled together. And with Titan and Onyx, it's like they didn't just bust out playing and things like that, because Onyx is a senior dog, but she could tolerate him. She, like, one of the dogs like nipped at him and actually bit him. I know, you know, just things like that. And it's like, oh no, hell no, y'all ain't about to bring no evil ass dog in here to be messing with my baby. No. But Onyx was just like, well, boy, anybody think about you, like, in the beginning. And they're like, okay, that's good to start. Like, you're not gonna expect, like, I guess from that meeting I learned, like, you don't expect dogs to just be best friends like immediately. Like, they're not kids. They're not gonna just immediately hang out and play. I mean, even if they're around the same age, sometimes they might parallel play for a while. They have to kind of get integrated in. And so that's the only thing that, again, I don't want to say it worries me, because it does not worry me, but it's just the only thing that I'm not 100% like, you know, everything else is solid. Like, everything else I'm confident about. His potty training, you know, like, of course, his accent. He's only been here for 6 days. Like, I did tell Kaleem that, like, he stayed in the cage all day because he pooped on the floor. He know better. I said, Kaleem, he's been here for 6 days. He's been alive for like 7 to 8 weeks. He don't know better. He does not know better. And you could see, like, when they were all in the house, they were all in like a room. They could just poop on the floor. They could just, like, they just ate and they just pooped, and then they just, you know, cleaned out that space. But it wasn't like they were training them. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of his training, and I feel like he's doing really well for it to have only been 6 days. So again, that's where I have to come in and just like be mom, just be that like nurturing feminine spirit, because, you know, men just be like, he should be able to do it. He's a man, mom. And it's like, no, that's a 8 to 9 week old puppy who's been here for 6 days. Love it. You're daddy. Let me show Kameron to the camera. Speaking of Kameron, hi. Say hi. Look it. The circle of life. In the oh, what is it? Oh, it's see, he's very cuddly. Doesn't he want to say hi? Say hi. I said me. This is Cooper. But yes, so this is the little man in question that I've been just talking about. As you can see, like I said, he's very, 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 very cuddly. I don't know if he's trying to actually lick me or if he's trying to get a hold of my necklace, because he does both of those. But we're learning now, he's learning to be nicer with his mouth and not chew as he's about to chew. Hey. And he's learning, like, it's okay for him to lick. There we go. It's okay to lick and give a kiss, but it's not okay to nibble on people. It's not okay. But you can lick people. But yeah, so this is the widow man. This is Mr. Mini Papas. This is Mr. Papas right here. Mr. Papas. This is Mr. Junior Papas. He's on the floor. Mr. Mans is in the back room. And I am Miss Mamas.
Why do you always get the better names than us?
Miss Mamas, because I'm a girl. You're boys.
Ain't a better name, fool.
Mr. Mini Papas, Mr. Mini Papas. But yeah, so that's what I was saying. The last thing I was saying is that I just, like, I'm getting them. All right, widow papas. So the last thing, like I said, that I've been focusing on is now just integrating Titan and Kameron. And I just feel so bad because everybody in the house has a K name except Titan. So I'm about to start spelling Titan's name K-T-I-T-A-N. And the K is silent.
Nigga named Knighton.
Knighton. He still answered to it. Knighton. Ka-Titan. Ka-Titan. I'm gonna start calling him King. King Titan. There we go. King Titan. That's how you add a K in there. His middle name is Prince, but Yes, so King Titan. But anyways, so yeah, it's just integrating them and getting them used to each other. Like, it hasn't been bad or anything like that. Like I said, he's nipped at him like twice, and that was just because like Titan kind of pushed himself against the wall and like was like, I don't want to be around anymore. But he still was trying to be up there, because you know, with puppies, it's like they don't care, they want to play. And so you'll see like Cameron's getting more like used to him. He's not as scared, so he's doing that little puppy prance thing up to him. And my fiance said they were playing tug of war. I wasn't there. He said they played tug of war. I had seen them like starting to play, and Titan let him lick his face and vice versa. Like, he licked his face and stuff. So we're making progress, but again, it's only been 6 days. Like, it has only been 6 days. So I'm very hopeful about everything. There hasn't been any issues. It's been super cool so far. But I'm gonna try to like keep a track of this, just because I know that there's such a stigma with pit bulls. That's really why I wanted to why I want to make this, like, with raising him and just seeing like how he grows and all those things, so people can see no, like I said, no dog or human or people or anything like that just comes out of the womb evil. That's just not, like, children and dogs and life isn't even created from a source of, you know, evil. It's a creation, it's a blessing. All new things are blessings. So I just feel like if any unborn energy is born into the world and then turns out negative as some way, from them being born to them being guided to move on their own, somebody had to be in their path to not guide them down the path of divine goodness and to push them down that level of anger.
The world full of negativity today, so it'll be a wrap nowadays.
Absolutely. Like, that's to me what it is. It's just like, that's the best way. Like, it's just negative energy being brought.
People back then too, because it's like, even if you ain't had nobody to raise you, like, the shit you seen out in the world taught you better shit.
Exactly.
Now the shit you see out in the world is like,
worse. It's worse because
about that shit.
It's rap, because like you said, back in the day, like, you could see, like, and I'm not even gonna talk about back in the day from before. I'm just talking about since we've been alive. Like, I remember being a little kid and growing up, and it was like moms throughout the neighborhood. It wasn't just your mom that you could get, you know, maternal love from or whatever. If you're playing outside, all the parents took care of everybody. So it's like, you know, with houses that we kind of all went to, most of us, like, where I grew up, everybody lived in the same neighborhood that we all went to school together. And so it's like, on my street, it's like 2-3 spots, you know, on the street behind us, 2-3 spots. If we go over more by the school, there was houses there where it's just like, you just know your kid's gonna be straight. The parents all knew each other. And I feel like there was a better sense of community back in the day than I feel like there is now. And again, when I'm saying back in the day, I'm not talking about like, oh, back in the olden days. I'm just speaking from my own life.
No, like,
I'm talking about just when we were growing up.
Kind of had that stigma, like, especially like after like a certain, like after like the 80s and 70s, shit, like we went around and shit. But I feel like nowadays it's like, it's not cool for nobody to really be a parent no more.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't.
It's really cool to just be like, F them kids, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong. I think that the one thing I think is good is that people are realizing too, you can't just be something for anybody if you're not being something for yourself. So I agree with making sure you're still doing things for yourself even though you're a parent. There's nothing wrong with that, because if you're not good, you can't make sure anybody else is good. But when you're taking it, but again, I just feel like the level of nurturing has just gone. The level of responsibility for other people is
we ain't
just
gonna
gone.
never be able to give a kid that, like, you know what I'm saying, like, no nurturing aspects of shit, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, when you see that shit, like, oh shit, like a generation of women ain't being nurturing the kids as you thought, and shit, especially now, because we need it more than ever. You just be like, damn, like, these little niggas.
Yeah.
These little niggas, some little niggas.
Because you see, because like you said, I mean, at the end of the day, I say this all the time, I don't believe that men are capable of giving the same level of love that women are. Not because it's anything wrong or anything. I just simply think that's why we bear children. I think that we just have a different capacity for love and nurturing. But again, it's just I feel like over time, it's just built up where women have had to be a lot stronger, do a lot more stuff, and then now we're in a space where it's just like,
nigga, I'm about to let my guts hang too.
Right, okay, listen, if y'all gonna let these boys drop, then I'm gonna drop mine with you. And I will say that because I was in that phase for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was definitely in that, like, I don't need this, I don't need whatever. And I will say that being in a space where I am nurtured, where I am treated like a woman, I've been able to walk more in my womanness, you know. But if you're in a situation where people always, why you so soft? Why you this? Of course you're gonna toughen up. Of course you are. And then what happens is when it comes time to like, it takes away like your power. Like to me, I feel like as a woman, our power is the ability of femininity. Because
talking shit too. Niggas don't want no smoke.
Let me keep that open. Yeah, because you don't. And just like, remember Miss Natural was talking about it on Jocelyn. She was saying, like, when you be crying and when you trying to be, like, vulnerable and tell somebody your feelings, they want you to toughen up. But then when you be tough up with them, it's like, oh, why you so hard? It's just like, huh? Like, you can't tell me you want me to be womanly. And then when I'm acting, giving you that soft nurturingness, you harping down on me. Of course, ain't nobody about to just be, unless you just, you know, some women. What I would say, though, I don't think it's soft. That is something I aspire to have the ability to maintain my femininity in all moments. Like, because for me, I feel like women can bring men down to their level. You can't bring me up. Like, I can be so soft that you are literally forced to soften to talk to me, but I cannot over yell you. And I'm not going to try to. Like, I feel like for me, like sometimes I'll start to try and I'll be like, I'm not gonna beat you yelling. I'm sure not. I'm not gonna beat you in a man's end fight or in whatever pissing contest, but I can be so soft that you have to bring your ass down to even talk to me. And I feel like that is something that we got to get back into. But again, as a woman, I can also understand how you don't feel like that's the power when you feel like people are taking advantage of that or, you know, being overly tough on you or then trying to make you feel like you're supposed to be tougher. But I say all that to say that things are different. Things are definitely different now. Like, but to me, like while I acknowledge that it is a lot of times it's like women are not as feminine, but I challenge everybody to ask why. Because I don't feel like we can be. I just don't feel like we can be. I feel like when we said we wanted to be able to open our bank accounts, we wanted equality. We wasn't saying we wanted to be men. We just wanted to be treated the same. Cause like,
what the fuck she get to vote for?
Nah, you can vote and you can work and you can like, damn, ain't nobody saying I didn't still want to be taken care of as a woman. I just want to be able to show up to the polls and make my opinion. My opinion matters too. I'm just saying if I have to live in this country, I want to be able to speak to have a voice for what happens here. That's it.
At a certain point, like shit, if you was any type of intelligent woman or a confident woman, shit, you was considered a witch.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Shit.
We was watching
got
like
mind
that.
her own, she a witch.
She got mind. Yes, no, literally, we were just watching. What was that we were watching?
Fear Street.
Fear Street. And one of the movies, it had took them back to the older times, and they were trying to make these women seem like they were lesbians. And they wanted to make them seem like they were like, she's witches. And it's like,
before this nigga tried, like, there's two little cute girls kissing, bro. Before this nigga tried to join them, before he tried to, like, damn, y'all fine as hell, let me get up in there with y'all. Y'all like dudes. Like, this nigga's like, we gotta burn these bitches. Like, damn.
Yeah, this just like, and mind you though, he tried to grab one. You know how back in the day you see them going around the fire and everybody's dancing and kissing and having sex and all this, you know, the mating, whatever they used to do. And he tried to get onto one of the women and she was not interested in him. And so being
at
the
creep though, cause you never know.
That's what I'm saying, because it's not like first of all, she was doing that because he was doing too fucking much. This nigga was, he was hard as hell. Like, I mean, I'm not talking like, oh, you just a little bit encouraged. Like, this nigga is like, at attention, you know what I'm saying? Just hadn't even talked to her head and whatever. He was being uncomfortable and she didn't want it. And so then of course him being the creeper, you know, predator, abuser that he was trying to he was like following her around, like, you know, like looking for her and saw her go off with the woman.
He knew his chance to even,
he
is a rat. He knew he
But then be the type of people who, if I can't have you, no one can. And to me, it's just like, that's a level of insanity in its own, because it's like, there are 7 billion people on this planet. And to me, like, it's somebody's for everybody, if you really want to go there. So for me, it's just kind of like, for you to do all of that, like, I just, in general, when I just see like men who make it their purpose to drag women down because she doesn't want them anymore, it's just like, oh my God, there's so many others. But I truly, as a woman, I can understand why women are less feminine, because like I said, for myself, for a very long time, I was a whole lot less soft than I have been able to be in my relationship, just because I know it's not gonna be taken for granted. Like, I can be soft and you're still gonna respect me as a woman. I don't have to lead with base and anger and, you know, bulk to get you to respect me. But a lot of women do. And the people that's getting hurt from it are the children that are being created in these homes and in these situations. If you in a place where you feel like your man ain't gonna do what he gotta do and now y'all got a baby, like, you feel like you have to overcompensate for that. But alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching our video, raising a pit bull puppy. Hopefully this and this series of videos will help change the stigma that is surrounded by pit bulls, because they're so sweet, they're super loving. And I just want people to stop feeling like they're just these aggressive bullhorn whatever dogs just as soon as they're born, because that's not even true. So hopefully in you guys seeing us raise our pit bull, you can change your opinions on them, or just if you are someone who yourself has a pit bull and you are learning about raising them, you can learn with me, because this is my first time. So I'm letting my fiance lead this one, but I definitely am going to make sure that I like share with you all so that you guys can have it too. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, and follow me on all social media at KendallVix, basically on everything. I only have Instagram and Twitter. I don't go on Snapchat, any of that stuff anymore, and my Facebook is truly just so that my family doesn't come looking for me on any other social sites. But alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.